In disaster situations, resources become scarce and people become protective of what they have. Most people think survival is about competing for resources, but the smart survivors understand that cooperation and social engineering can provide access to resources that would be impossible to obtain through competition or force. I'm talking about strategic relationship building, the art of creating mutually beneficial partnerships that provide access to resources, information, and protection. While everyone else is fighting over limited supplies, the survivors are building networks that multiply their resources and capabilities. Let me give you an example that illustrates this perfectly. You're in a disaster zone and you need medical supplies for an injured family member. You could try to search for supplies on your own, compete with others for limited resources, or even try to take what you need by force. But the smart survivor would identify someone who has medical training, offer to trade something they need, and create a partnership that benefits both parties. Here's what most people don't understand about resource acquisition. It's not just about finding resources, it's about accessing them efficiently and sustainably. The survivors understand that building relationships provides access to resources that they couldn't obtain any other way. This is exactly what I teach in When All Hell Breaks Loose, Stuff You Need to Survive When Disaster Strikes. You'll learn how to identify potential trading partners, how to create mutually beneficial relationships, and how to build networks that provide access to resources, information, and protection. But here's the key insight. Social engineering in survival situations isn't about manipulation or deception. It's about understanding human psychology and creating genuine value for others. When you can provide something that others need, you create opportunities for beneficial exchanges. Think about it this way: everyone has different skills, different resources, and different needs. The person who's great at finding food might need help with medical care. The person who's excellent at mechanical repairs might need help with security. The person who has medical supplies might need help with shelter construction. The survivors understand that cooperation creates value that wouldn't exist otherwise. When you combine your skills with someone else's skills, you can accomplish things that neither of you could accomplish alone. When you share resources strategically, you can create abundance where there was scarcity. The truth is, most people approach survival situations with a scarcity mindset. They think there's only so much to go around and they need to compete for their share. But the survivors understand that cooperation can actually create more resources and opportunities for everyone involved. Here's what you need to understand about social engineering in survival situations. It's about creating win-win situations where everyone benefits. You're not trying to take advantage of others, you're trying to create value for others so they'll want to work with you. Most survival guides focus on individual skills and ignore the social aspects of survival. They teach you how to find resources, but they don't teach you how to access resources through relationships. They teach you how to protect what you have, but they don't teach you how to multiply what you have through cooperation. The key is understanding that people are often more willing to help when they understand how helping you also helps them. You need to think about what you can offer, what others need, and how to create exchanges that benefit everyone involved. Social engineering also requires understanding how to build trust quickly, how to communicate effectively under stress, and how to maintain relationships even when resources are limited. You need to understand how to be valuable to others while also protecting your own interests. Don't make the mistake of thinking that survival is a zero-sum game. Get When All Hell Breaks Loose and learn the social engineering techniques that could provide access to resources and opportunities that would be impossible to obtain through individual effort alone. Because the truth is, cooperation multiplies resources while competition divides them.